Beyond the fear, the timeless allure of creepypasta. Have you ever read a story so eerie, so profoundly unsettling, that it stayed with you long after the screen faded to black? Or worse, after the lights in your room went out? Welcome to the world of creepypastas, stories that lurk on the edges of your imagination and cling to the corners of your mind. Today we'll uncover what makes these tales so unforgettable. We'll retrace the steps of the most iconic creepypastas, dissect their bone-chilling appeal, and explore the community that keeps them alive. Stay until the end because we're building something together, a space for those who are drawn to the macabre, the suspenseful, and the mysterious. If you're ready to dive deep into the fear, let's begin. Creepypastas are not your average spooky campfire tales. Born on the internet, these horror stories are passed around like digital whispers, or rather copy-pasted across forums, gaining a life of their own. Like urban legends of old, they thrive on being shared, reinterpreted, and molded by their audiences. In the early 2000s, creepypastas began as short, creepy snippets on platforms like 4chan, Reddit, and fandom forums. Their name, a play on the word copypasta, underscores how they spread like wildfire, sometimes altered with each telling, sometimes growing more terrifying with each rewrite. These stories range from bizarre, paranormal accounts to unsettlingly realistic encounters, often teetering on the fine line between fiction and reality. What makes these tales stand out is how they infiltrate your sense of safety. They're not ghost stories told in distant centuries or far-off places. No, they creep into your daily life, haunting your screens, your inbox, and your thoughts. In the next section, we'll meet the legends that define the genre. Some creepypastas are so memorable that they've crossed over from niche internet folklore into mainstream cultural phenomena. Let's revisit a few of the legends that have kept us glancing over our shoulders for years. Towering, faceless, and adorned in a sharp black suit, Slender Man is the embodiment of unease. Originating in a 2009 online Photoshop competition, the character quickly evolved into something far darker. Stalking victims, often children, through dense forests or even their dreams, Slender Man is a blank slate for fear, a perfect representation of the unknowable. This story sets its macabre tone immediately, a chilling tale about a 1940s Soviet experiment to test the effects of sleep deprivation. Subjects are locked in a sealed chamber with a gas that keeps them awake. What starts as scientific observation rapidly descends into chaos, violence, and something far more sinister. Go to sleep. These three words, whispered by Jeff the Killer, are enough to send shivers down anyone's spine. With his twisted grin and pale complexion, Jeff became one of the most recognizable faces in internet horror. While his origins are steeped in tragedy and madness, his appeal lies in his haunting, almost mythological presence, an unstoppable force of terrifying intent. Imagine a nostalgic memory from childhood, a local kids' TV show you used to watch. It's a warm recollection until the details start unraveling. Candle Cove tells the story of a pirate-themed children's program that aired in the early 1970s. But was it truly a show, or was it something more sinister? As users piece together their fragmented memories in online forums, the eerie realization dawns. Perhaps Candle Cove wasn't a show at all, but a deeply shared hallucination. These stories represent just the tip of the iceberg. The creepypasta world is a vast archive of horror. Some tales iconic, others hidden treasures waiting for the right audience to discover them. But why do they grip us so tightly? Why can't we look away from the darkness? Fear isn't something we simply encounter, it's something we feel. And creepypastas excel at reaching deep into our psychological core, playing on the fears that live hidden within us all. At their heart, creepypastas function on the what-if principle. What if a child's imaginary friend wasn't imaginary? What if the strange figure from a blurry photo was real and standing right behind you? These are stories that make you suspend disbelief, even for a moment. They craft worlds just plausible enough to seem real. Then there's the ambiguity. Most creepypastas don't hand you all the answers. They leave the gears of your imagination turning. What happened after the experiment? What did the protagonist see in the shadows? This intentional vagueness lets the reader fill in the blanks. And as we all know, the mind is capable of conjuring some of the darkest nightmares. Finally, these stories resonate so deeply because they reflect universal fears. The fear of isolation, the fear of losing control, the fear of the unknown. It's not just horror for its own sake, it's horror that hits where it hurts. And thanks to the collaborative nature of creepypasta culture, fans play an active role in weaving these fears together. Creepypasta wouldn't exist without its community. Writers craft chilling tales, readers spread them through forums and comments, and theorists dissect every last detail. The internet allows these tales to evolve. A single thread on Reddit or a forum can spark spin-offs, fan art, and theories that make the original story even more terrifying. Just take Slender Man's evolution into a playable villain in video games like Slender the Eight Pages or a movie adaptation. Even Jeff the Killer has inspired countless fan stories and reinterpretations. But it's not just the stories, it's the connection. The comment sections of creepypasta sites and YouTube videos are brimming with readers sharing their own fears, interpretations, and even new spins on classic tales. It's proof of how these stories bind fans together, forming a shared space where horror feels simultaneously personal and communal. And here's where you come in. These stories wouldn't exist without the community, and we want to hear from you. What's your favorite creepypasta? Maybe it's something that brought a lasting chill to your bones, or perhaps it's a hidden gem yet to be discovered by the masses. Drop it in the comments and let's build a library of terror together. And here's the challenge. Can you unearth a creepypasta we've never heard of before? If you've come across an obscure tale, or even written your own, now's the time to share it. Let's shine a spotlight on the storytellers who keep the genre alive. Your contribution could even inspire a future video. After all, the best terrors are the ones we uncover together. At its core, creepypasta is about more than fear. These stories go beyond mere scares. They ignite our imaginations, connect us to something primal, and invite us into a shadowy realm where reality and fiction blur. They remind us of the power of storytelling, of how a single narrative can ripple outward and leave a lasting mark. As we close, remember this. The allure of creepypastas lies not just in their ability to terrify, but in the community that breathes life into them. Every story shared, every theory discussed, every fragment of fear passed from reader to reader makes this world stronger. If you love delving into the strange, the macabre, and the chilling, you're in the right place. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to keep these tales alive and be part of a growing community that celebrates horror at its best. And perhaps as you drift off tonight, the stories you've heard won't stay confined to your screen. Maybe, just maybe, they'll follow you into your dreams. Sleep tight, and don't forget to leave a light on.